Say, little bitch, you can fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. Hit the store, I can get them both, I don't wanna choose. And I'm quick, cut a nigga off, so don't get comfortable. Look, I don't dance now, I make money move. Say I don't gotta dance, I make money move. If I see you now speak, that means I don't fuck with you. I'm a boss, you a worker, bitch, I make bloody moves. Now she say she gon' do what or who? Let's find out and see. Cardi B, you know where I'm at, you know where I be. You in the club, just to party, I'm there, I get paid a fee. I be in and out them banks so much, I know they tired of me. Honestly, don't give a fuck about who ain't fond of me. Drop 2 mixtapes in 6 months. What bitch working as hard as me? I don't bother with these hoes. Don't let these hoes bother me. They see pictures, they say ghosts. Bitch, I'm who they tryna be. Look, I might just chill in some babe. I might just chill with your boo. I might just spill on your babe. My pussy feel like a lake. He wanna swim with his face. I'm like, okay. I let him get what he want. He buy me East Saint Laurent and the new whip. When it go fast as a horse, I got the trunk in the front. I'm the hottest in the street. Know you probably heard of me. Got a bag and fix my teeth. Hope you hoes know it ain't cheap. And I pay my mama bills. I ain't got no time to chill. Think these hoes be mad at me. They baby father wanna build. Say, little bitch, you can fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. Hit the store, I can get them both, I don't wanna choose. And I'm quick, cut a nigga off, so don't get comfortable. Look, I don't dance now, I make money move. Say I don't gotta dance, I make money move. If I see you now speak, that means I don't fuck with you. I'm a boss, you a worker, bitch, I make bloody moves. If you a pussy, you get popped. You a goofy, you a op. Don't you come around my way, you can't hang around my block. And I just check my account, turns out I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. I put my hand above my hip, I bet you dip, he dip, she dip. I say, I get the money and go. This shit is hot like a stove. My pussy glitter is gold. Tell that little bitch play her role. I just a rope and no rolls. I just came up in a rave. I need to fill up the tank. No, I need to fill up the safe. I need to let all these hoes know they none of they niggas is safe. I go to dinner and steak. Only the real can relate. I used to live in the peace. Now it's a crib with a gate. Rolly got charms and like frosted flakes. Hard to let these bitches know. Just in case these hoes forgot. I just wanna check the mail. Another check from all the stocks. That little bitch, you can fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. Hit the store, I can get them both, I don't wanna choose. And I'm quick, cut a nigga off, so don't get comfortable. Look, I don't dance now, I make money move. Say I don't gotta dance, I make money move. If I see you now speak, that means I don't fuck with you. I'm a boss, you a worker, bitch, I make bloody moves.
Hey, what up, what up, what up? Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Welcome to Atmos in the Morning. This is the best damn morning show on these YouTube streets. This is your boy, Atmos Love. Let me see who up in here rocking with me this morning. Bunny Lynn. Good morning, Bunny Lynn. How are you? K-Love 92. Good morning, K-Love 92. Rocking with the Truth. Good morning. West Coast Bells, good morning. 5 o'clock in the morning. West Coast Bells is in the house. Sonya Davis, good morning. T-Band 1, good morning. A2L, how you doing? What's going on? 504. What's up, 504, girl? How you doing? Julie Huggins, hello, and Mom, life, love. Good morning from the Netherlands. Man, y'all, today is going to make it 5 days until Mr. R. Kelly is going to understand that fat meat is greasy. He's going to truly understand that it's reckoning time. It is time. It will be time for him to understand one part of his consequences for his actions that have been proven in court. So there are, I don't know, people that have been following the case. If you don't, if you are on these YouTube streets and you see, but a lot of the supporters of this man have been going insane. A lot of the YouTube bloggers are stalking pages and just going crazy, putting out false information, and it's just been crazy. So it's so much stuff going on, and it's going to get worse. The closer we get to this trial, it is going to get worse. However, it is 5 days before R. Kelly will be sentenced or know what his sentence is in the on the Eastern District of New York, which will be on the 29th, which is 5 days away. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? People ask me all the time, Atmos, how much time do you think he going to get? Listen, I feel like this. Judge Ann Donnelly, she has a different way of how she works, right? And so, I wouldn't be surprised if she, some people think he's gonna get 100 years. I'm personally thinking, I don't know. I don't want to see him get 300 years and look crazy mess like that, right? But he's got to pay for his crimes at the end of the day. So we'll see what happens with that. Okay, we will see what happens with that. What's going on, Justin T, please? How are you? What's up, Latrice B? What's going on? So, y'all, today, I wanted to show y'all how spoiled my daughter is. I don't know if y'all have ever seen Noodle or heard me talk about Noodle before, but if you've never seen Noodle, this right here is Noodle. Let me see if I can minimize this here. There we go. So this right here is Noodle, okay? Noodle is my baby girl. Noodle is completely rotten, spoiled. Whatever Noodle lays her little eyes on and says, Daddy, I want that, Noodle 9 times out of 10 is going to get whatever she wants. Now, Noodle loves bubbles. So I said, I was looking online, and usually I try to get a little bubbles where you stick the sticker to the bottle and you blow the bubbles out, right? And and after a while that gets really tiresome going like this. That gets real tiresome. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna think of something real creative, right? So I went online and I found, and I didn't tell her I was getting her this, right? But I found this bubble gun. Now, this bubble gun, I got it online from Amazon. It was like $29 or something like that. Let me show y'all how amazing this thing is. So if you have grandkids or kids that like bubbles, you want to get one of these right here, okay? This is like one of the best bubble guns in the world. So they got this little tray right here, right? And you stick this in the tray like this. Let me just put it down so I don't spill nothing. You put it in the tray. Okay. And when you put it in the tray, you dip it in, and then like the bubble liquid is on the front of this right here. And then what you do is you push the button and hold on. I want y'all to just see. So it's got like a battery in it and everything. Like this is like the real deal bubble blower. So this is how this thing does. So I don't know if y'all can see all the bubbles, but it is like tons of bubbles like everywhere, okay? But it's so cool. It is like the coolest thing ever. So when I showed her the bubble blower, she lost her doggone mind. She loved it to death. So you know how fathers are about their daughters. You know what I'm saying? But she getting so big, y'all. She's so freaking smart. We was doing a little bubble thing, and she came up here to my little man cave, and she said, Daddy, bubbles. I said, okay. So I poured the bubbles in the thing, and this one right here was empty. So she said, Dad, it's empty. I'm like, oh, okay. So I said, well, I don't have another one. So, of course, she was smart enough to see where I put the extra one. Said, be right back, Daddy. Went and found it, and then brought it back and said, see, bubbles, let's go. I said, you know what? These kids these days, she only 2, y'all. Okay? But that is my little noodle right there, man. All right. So that's my story. So if you want to get the best bubble gun, look it up. It is you can get it on Amazon. Look up bubble guns. It's like battery operated, and this thing blows like hundreds and hundreds of bubbles, and it got bubbles everywhere. It's pretty cool. So check it out. That's just a little thing for you to remember for your grandkids or your kids or whatever. Okay? Now let's talk about today, y'all. So there's a couple of different stories that I wanted to go over with you all. Let me minimize some of this stuff here so we can get straight to it. Let me take you, and let's do this right here. This is what we're going to do. Here we go. No, that's the old one. Okay, y'all, so check this out. Let me go into here. Let me share my screen, and let me take this down. Okay, so I'm going to pull myself down here. So the first story I want to share with y'all today is that there was a class action lawsuit. Looks like it was for about, let's see, it was a class action settlement which provides $7.5 billion in student loan relief. Now, we have been talking on this channel about them getting rid of this doggone student loan debt, right? But it looks like somebody, let me make sure y'all can hear me. Yes, y'all can. Okay, so I want y'all to see this here. I want y'all to see this and make sure y'all can hear me on my phone. Hold on. Right? But okay, here we go. Let me play this and let me see if y'all can hear the sound. Okay, y'all don't hear that. Let me go over here. Hold on.
Questions of debt forgiveness. The basic question of tuition costs remains a critical topic, and the Peter G. Peterson Foundation is out with a new tool designed to help prospective students figure out the affordability and potential return of certain programs. To walk us through the Student Debt Smarter tool, let's bring in Sheila Bair, former FDIC chair and senior advisor to the Peter G. Peterson Foundation for Student Debt Smarter. It's great to have you on the program, Sheila. Tell us a little bit about this tool, how it works, what are the inputs that students can use and put into this tool, and what type of information do they get out?
So it's very, very simple to use. We tested it with a lot of high school students before launching it. Basically, just 4 basic inputs: where you'd like to go to school, where you think you'd like to go to school, what you think you want to major in, when you want to start school, and where you think.
Okay, that wasn't what I wanted. So let me just get straight to it. I thought it was going to show a video talking about the forgiveness of the debt, but however, we got it right here. So let me read this, y'all. So as you can see here, it says the education secretary on Thursday announced a settlement of claims that would give roughly 264,000 student loan borrowers approximately $7.5 billion in debt relief. The settlement resolves a class action lawsuit filed by lead plaintiff Teresa Swede against Betsy DeVos, the Secretary of Education under the Trump administration, after the Education Department sidestepped Obama-era regulations and systematically denied relief claims in form denials. It also provides a path forward for students who are saddled with college debt because of predatory lending practices. It says this momentous proposed settlement will deliver answers and certainty to borrowers who have long fought or fought long and hard for a fair resolution of their borrower defense claims. So it says here, let me see here, claims. after being cheated by their schools and ignored for even rejected by their government. Eileen Connor, director of Project on Predatory Student Lending, said in a statement, it will not only help secure billions of dollars in debt cancellation for defrauded students, but charts a borrower defense process that is fair, just, and efficient for future borrowers. The Project on Predatory Student Lending and the Housing and Economic Rights Advocates, HERA, represented the plaintiffs in Sweet versus Cardona, originally Sweet versus DeVos. The proposed settlement must be court approved on July 28th hearing. Borrowers eligible for relief under the settlement. So as you can see them standing out there with their signs, it says there are two types of class members eligible for relief under the settlement. So I want y'all to understand how you can get this, okay? The first group are borrower defense applicants who previously received a form denial notice from the Department of Education between December 2019 and October 2020 and attended certain for-profit schools. Okay? So if you fall under this category, you may be able to get in on this class action lawsuit. Let me read it again. So there's two different types of class members eligible for relief under the settlement. The first group are borrower defense applicants who previously received a form denial notice. So if you received a form denial notice from the Department of Education between December of 2019 and October of 2020 and attended certain for-profit schools, okay? The second group of class members are borrowers whose school isn't on the list but are still eligible for relief. Loan denials will be rescinded, and class members' loans will remain in forbearance with zero interest until they receive either settlement relief or final denial. Loan discharge refunds and credit repair as part of the settlement terms. The type of relief received will vary depending on the class member type. The first group of class members, approximately 200,000 borrowers whose school is on the list, will automatically get full settlement relief, which includes full discharge of their loans, refund of amounts paid, and credit repair. Wow. Whoa. Let me read this again. It says the first group of class members, approximately 200,000 borrowers whose school is on the list, will automatically get full settlement relief, which includes full discharge of their loans, refund of amounts paid, and credit repair, according to press statement by Project for Predatory Student Lending. The second group of class members, approximately 64,000 borrowers whose school isn't on the list, will get decisions on their applications with rolling deadlines based on how long their application has been pending, according to Project for Predatory Student Lending. The second group will also be able to revise and resubmit their applications if they don't get an approval after the initial review. If the education department fails to meet any deadlines, the class member will automatically get full settlement relief. Throughout the arduous legal battle, our clients continue to speak out and demand that the government make final decisions on borrower defense applications so that students fraudulently induced into federal loans by predatory for-profit schools can have those loans canceled. Joe Giamarillo, senior attorney for HERA, said in a statement, this settlement does not remedy all woes, and there's still a lot of work to do and be done to build a truly fair borrower defense process. But it does provide long overdue relief for our clients and a path forward toward the justice of all borrowers. So y'all pay close attention to this thing here, to this class action lawsuit. Look it up. The name of the lawsuit is, for those of y'all that can look up cases, it looks like presented the plaintiffs in Sweet versus Cardona. So Sweet versus Cardona. You might want to look at that, look at what the proposed settlement offer is and all this kind of stuff. It's supposed to be approved by July 28th. So look into this, y'all. Okay? Next thing. Now, this next story, it's kind of, let's see exactly what it's about. It looks like there was a teacher that was fired. No. This story right here. Now, tell me how y'all feel about this. It says a Texas school district bans hooded clothing and dresses for most students, saying it will promote professionalism. How do y'all feel about that? So it says here that a North Texas school district has updated its dress code for the upcoming school year to ban hooded clothing. So kids can no longer wear hoods to school, as well as dresses and skirts for many of its grade levels, reasoning that the change will help students in their future careers. This ban quickly elicited a backlash from parents, students, and others who view the policy as unnecessarily restrictive, prompting one high school student to create a petition to fight unreasonable dress code changes announced by the Forney Independent School District. The new policy, which applies to all 18 of FISD schools, prohibits clothing such as hoodies, coats, and jackets with hoods inside the school, and also forbids students in grades 5 and above from wearing dresses, skirts, or skirts. Wow. Oh, that's pretty. Eesh. It says the dress code also requires students to wear solid colored shirts and slacks, shorts or capri pants in navy blue, black, or khaki colors. Among the things the dress code prohibits are denim pants, sleeveless shirts, t-shirts, overalls, or clothing with holes in it. The district emphasized in its announcement of the policy change that the shift is intended to prepare students to prepare the workplace. It also said the policy gives FISD a positive and distinctive identity and reflects the values of the schools and community, according to the statement and video released by the district. So it looks like there's a video here. Let's see what they got to say.
Question. Would you build a website for a major brand with more than 200 million users using?
When I grow up, I want to be a teacher. I know there's a lot I need to learn in the classroom to be successful, but beyond what's in our textbooks, I need to learn other important skills too, like how to have a good work ethic and to be a good listener, or how to be kind and courteous and work with others. I may be a little young to understand what professionalism means right now, but the skills I'm learning are an essential part of being successful in my future career. Every profession has a dress code, whether it's scrubs, a welding helmet, or a chef's apron. The way I dress plays an important role in it, professionalism and safety, both in the classroom and on the job site. In fact, professionalism is one of the top 5 employability skills employers look for. So I'm starting early by shining in a classroom and following the school dress code. Later on, I can shine in the workforce too. As a student, I will do my part with the help of my family and teachers to learn and model professional.
Okay, so that's a nice little cute video. Which pretty much, okay, that's cute. However, tell me what y'all think. What do y'all think about schools banning hoods and, restricting what the kids can wear? It says the video announcement published by FISD lays out the district's reasoning behind the new policy and features a voiceover from a student. Yeah, we just saw that little cute video. It says here, excuse me, the newly unveiled policy change has met resistance and criticism from residents who disagree with the bans and district's reasoning, including parents Amy and Derek Holloman, whose children attend FISD schools. The couple told CNN affiliate WFAA that they doubt the restricting will help the students. A young lady should be able to choose what she wears, Derek Holloman told WFAA. They shouldn't be forced to wear pants. One of their daughters, Forney High School student Brooklyn Holloman, started the petition opposing the new dress code, arguing that the policy is completely wrong and unfair. The petition has gathered more than 3,500 signatures as of Friday, though it is unclear if the signatures are all from people in the district. There are so many important workforce skills that we want to impart on our kids. Let me ask y'all, in the chat, do you feel like it's a good policy to restrict the kids from wearing hoodies and dresses or skirts to school? If you do feel like that's a good policy, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like no, it's just too restrictive, I think kids should be able to wear whatever they want to wear, put a 2 in the chat. If you think it's a good policy, put a 1 in the chat. If you think it's not, put a 2 in the chat. Now, I'll say this. Toon! What up, Toon? What up, Toon? I'll say this, y'all. A lot of gang stuff is attached to hoodies in school. A lot of depression is attached to hoodies. If you see someone walk around all the time in school, inside, with no rain, no snow, no reason to really have a hood on in school, it should make you feel uncomfortable. I know it used to make me feel uncomfortable. Matter of fact, when I see my kids walk around with their hoods on in school or coming home, that like, why you walk around the house with your hoodie on? Why? That's a sign of depression. The hood, it covers their whole face. It droops down. It kind of puts them in like a bubble to where they feel like, you know what, I am sheltered from the world, right? So, you know, I don't know. Some of y'all, okay, so I see a lot of y'all disagree. Y'all think it's too restricted. Let me see. Just T, please, this is becoming too much. K-Love said 2. Too restricted. Love is Fair said 2. And more offices are casual dressing now. Like, really? I thought all public schools wear uniforms, but I don't have kids, so I can see y'all point where it may be too restricting, but I don't know. I think banning kids being able to wear hoodies in school, I think that's a good idea. That's just my opinion. As far as the dresses go, I'm not a girl. I'm not a woman. I'm not gonna really comment on that, or dresses or skirts and all that. But when it comes to hoodies, I don't think hoodies should be worn in school. I don't think kids should be able to sit in the classroom with their hoodie on, you know, with their head down. It just doesn't, I don't understand it. Maybe I'm too old school, I don't know. But that's just my opinion on that. Most of y'all do disagree that it's a good policy. Most of y'all don't like it. So I do respect that. I do respect it. Okay? Next thing, y'all. It looks like this high school teacher lost his job after he leaked photos of graffiti in a school bathroom. He leaked photos of graffiti in a school bathroom that listed student names, called and listed students' racial slurs, and degraded Black History Month. So as you can see here, there's a picture here, some kids posted up, shooting up this, I don't know what it says, blank place 2/28/22. Wow. So it says here, another little letter by Erica Knowles said a high school teacher lost his job after he leaked photos of graffiti in a school bathroom that listed students' names and called the listed students racial. The Louisiana Department of Health, hold on. Wow. Let's read this, y'all. It says high school teacher lost his job after he reportedly leaked information about racial slurs, a hit list, and threats written on a bathroom stall inside the school earlier this year. The graffiti listed first names and last name initials, called the listed students racial slurs and derogatory names, and degraded Black History Month and Black Lives Matter. According to the high school teacher, the school resource officers at the school did not begin interviewing students about the incident until several days after the incident. The school board said that there was no cover-up and the educator merely wanted to embarrass the school district. A high school teacher, R. Cavett, lost his job on Friday, June 17th. The board members voted 4-1 to fire the educator who is reportedly accused of leaking photos of a school threat. The graffiti was found in the girls' bathroom. Hold on. The high school teacher, R. Cavett, lost his his job on February 17th, 2017. The board members voted 4-1 to fire the educator who is reportedly accused of leaking photos of a school threat. The graffiti was found in the girls' bathroom. So Mr. Cavett lost his job for leaking photos of a school threat that were found in the girls' bathroom at Norman High School in Oklahoma back in February of 2022. Let me look at this picture one more again. Okay, so he's not in the bathroom. He is just okay, maybe. Let's see how he got them. According to the teacher, he reportedly got the pictures. Okay, there we go. That's what I was looking for. He reportedly, that's why I ain't want to jump to conclusions. He reportedly got the pictures. Hold on, I went too far. He got the pictures from a student. Hold on. It says the history teacher reportedly alerted the school district first, but believed they weren't doing enough. Several parents said that they believed the educator did the right. Some of his students said that he was just trying to protect them. See, that's where, okay. But the school district said that there was no credible threat after the local police department investigated the incident, but the police department said otherwise and that a threat existed. Really? But the school district said that there was no credible threat after the local police department investigated the incident, but the police department said otherwise and that a threat existed. According to the teacher, he reportedly got the pictures from a student and immediately recognized the importance of the photos. The educator also claimed that the time he saw the photos, his fear and urgency was high. 1 hour later, the educator reportedly feared that a cover-up was going on because the officials weren't taking action. The teacher then showed the pictures to another teacher, and sent them to a parent saying he thought the district would bury it. School officials believe that the teacher sent the photos about 1 hour after he saw them, according to Let. When the educator shared the photos with the parent, he reportedly wrote, "I don't trust the NSP to not bury this. So if these made it to the media, that'd be great." The school's principal reportedly said that they were looking into it and the educator never expressed any concerns to her. The school districts also said that the teacher didn't share the photos with anyone else, only shared them with one of his bosses the next day. According to News 9, during the hearing, 3 parents testified at the school board. One of the parents, Tanya Hawkins, said that her daughter was on the list. When the attorneys asked, "Do you have any problem with what Mr. Cavett did?" Hawkins reportedly replied, "Not a bit." Hawkins also added that the school district could have done more to keep parents informed because, according to her, there was zero information given. Another parent, later identified as Melissa Barnett, said that that her parents' name, that her daughter's name was also on that list. "It is a threat to my kid and to everybody else. I really wanted someone at Norman High to give me peace of mind, and it wasn't just going to be done and over with," Barnett reportedly said. According to the high school teacher, the school resource officers in NHS did not begin interviewing students about the incident until several days after the incident. The police department claimed that there was no racial component to the threats, despite the slurs and references to Black History Month. The entire situation from the district standpoint appears to be one contradiction after another. During the hearing, the teacher said that it was about notification and district miscommunication in the email sent to parents claiming that there was no credible threat to the school. But the school board said that there was no cover-up and the educator merely wanted to embarrass the district. They reportedly found that the teacher committed repeated negligence in his duties as a teacher, and he violated policies, laws, of his contract, and that his actions were contrary to justice. Y'all, listen to me. I'm on the side of the teacher in this one. We read so many stories about teachers who do crazy stuff. Remember the story about the teacher that hung the little doll, black doll, in front of the class, right? Remember the story about the teacher who cut the little kid's hair and all kind of stuff? We done read some crazy stuff on this page. But I would say he did the right thing. I agree with what this teacher did. If my child was on a list in a bathroom and the teachers didn't tell me as the parent and something happened to my child that could have been prevented, I'm going to pitch one hell of a pitch. Real talk. So it's amazing how now they want to bring up this man has a horrible work record and he did this and he violated this and all because he leaked some stuff out and now you're embarrassed. Because you chose to say, they're just kids, when all of these damn schools getting shot up. All of these things are happening right now in high schools. And you're saying, well, it's not a serious enough threat. What in the hell is going on with our schools? That is crazy. Good morning, Karen Johnson. How you doing? Shirley McAdams, good morning. It is simply crazy. If y'all think the teacher did the right thing, put a 1 in the chat. If you think the teacher should have kept his mouth shut and just let it be and let the school investigate it and leave it alone, put a 2 in the chat. If you think the teacher did the right thing, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't, put a 2 in the chat for me, please. Now, y'all, this story right here is, I gotta do this, y'all. I have no choice but to do this. Yeah, I can't make this shit up. I can't make this shit up. So there is a young man who apparently turned down a $15 million award in a racial harassment suit. He turned it down. Let's see why. It says here, a black former contract worker at Tesla's Fremont, California factory turned down a judge's offer for a reduced payout of $15 million in damages, thus setting the stage for a possible retrial in his case. Tesla had requested a new trial after the man was originally awarded nearly $137 million in a retrial harassment suit. In October last year, a federal jury found that Owen Diaz had been subjected to a racially hostile workplace when he worked at Tesla plant in 2015 and 2016. As part of that case, he said he regularly heard racial slurs, including the N-word, on the factory floor and saw racist graffiti in bathrooms and racially insensitive cartoons. Diaz was awarded $136.9 million in damages after the jury decided in his favor. But the following month, Tesla filed a request for a new trial. But before ruling on whether to allow that new trial to proceed, U.S. District Judge gave Diaz the option to accept a greatly reduced sum of $15 million in damages, saying in court documents that the original damages award was excessive after reviewing how long Diaz was employed at the factory and the lack of physical illness or injury. Diaz had worked as a contractor with Tesla for 9 months when he was working as a bus driver in Oakland since he left the company. On Tuesday, attorneys for Diaz, their formal response to the judge's offer, rejected the $15 million. The filing is widely expected to result in a new trial. The 7th Amendment in the U.S. Constitution requires that no fact tried by jury shall be otherwise re-examined in any court in the United States. Lawrence Organ, Diaz's attorney, told CNN in a statement Wednesday, yet our judicial system favors requests by corporate defendants to re-examine jury verdicts in civil cases. This is part of a systematic bias that undervalues the suffering African Americans endure in the workplace. So it says here the damages awarded by the jury included $6.9 million in compensatory damages and $130 million in punitive damages. The case was decided by 8 jury persons in San Francisco, which included 1 black juror. Wow. In rejecting the court's excessive reduction by asking for a new trial, Mr. Diaz is again asking a jury of his peers to evaluate what Tesla did to him and provide just compensation for the torrent of racial slurs that was directed at him. In addition, Diaz seeks to restore a fair and just punitive damages award, which will punish and deter Tesla for the racist conduct to which Mr. Diaz was subjected and to prevent future harassment from occurring. CNN reached out to Tesla for comment but has not heard back. Following the verdict in October blog post on the company website, then head of Tesla's Human Resources Department said the automaker strongly believed these facts do not justify the verdict. We do recognize that in 2015 and 2016, we were not perfect. We're still not perfect. Valerie Capers Workman, then Tesla's vice president, people wrote in a blog post. But we have come a long way from 5 years ago and continue to grow and improve in how we address employee concerns. Workman, who was black, wrote that there were no witnesses to Diaz being called the N-word, and she claimed although witnesses testified that they regularly heard racial slurs, including the N-word, on the Freeman factory floor, she said that most of the time they thought the language was used in a friendly manner and usually by African American colleagues. Workman said all 3 times Diaz made complaints about harassment. Tesla stepped in and made sure responsive and timely action was taken by the staffing agencies, resulting in 2 contractors being fired and 1 who had drawn a racially insensitive cartoon being suspended. But he didn't take any complaints about the N-word until after he was not hired full-time by Tesla, and after he hired an attorney, Workman's blog post said. Tesla never introduced proof of those contractors, dismissals in court or during the discovery process. Organ said in that Tesla supervisor who was accused of harassing Diaz was not dismissed. Tesla has not commented beyond Workman's statement. Workman left Tesla in January of this year. So let me ask y'all what y'all think. Do you think the guy made a mistake by rejecting the $15 million? Okay, he'd only been there for 9 months. Looks like he was going through one of those companies where they hire, temporary workers. Do you think he should have took the 15 mil and rolled off into the freaking sunset and retired? What do you think? What do you think? Let me see what y'all thinking. Let me see. T-Bam said, I hope he is well protected because they won't want to pay. Caleb92 said, yeah, he will be going back to court. Yeah, we'll be going back to court too. 15 and 137 million is a big difference. Oh, good morning. What are they than never? I'll catch the rest of this. Y'all, I don't know. I'm iffy about this one. Especially since that last May, there was another Tesla employee who won $1 million judgment after an arbitrator found that he was called racial slurs by supervisors and subjected to other racially hostile conduct. So this isn't the first time that employees have claimed the Fremont factory was racially hostile place to work. Okay? So I don't know. We'll see what happens with this. I think honestly, if the jury said 137 million, the judge looked at it and said, you know what, dude, you only been there for 9 months. You actually weren't even hired by Tesla. You went through a staffing agency. If you experience this stuff, there's no physical harm to you. You were offended, and I agree they need to pay. I'm going to give you, will you take $15 million for a job you worked at for 9 months? Shit. Y'all, I'm going to be $15 million richer. I'm not going back to court to go before the same judge who offered me $15 million to go back through all that. That's just me though. I'm taking that 15 mil and I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm out. You can have this, okay? So y'all listen. Let me look at something right quick. And thank you for those of y'all that came in here. Okay, y'all. So listen. That's the show for today. I'm going to come back on a little later to do a part 2 to this because I got some other things I need to go over, but I got to get to work. So I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed morning. I will see y'all a little bit this afternoon. I do have some other things I want to talk about also. I just been kind of letting everybody else do their thing, and then I'll just come back on a little later and we're going to talk a little bit, okay? But I want y'all to have a blessed day. Don't work too hard today. Don't let nobody stress you out. Just stay in your zone. Stay happy. Be good. I love y'all. Holler at y'all later. Peace.
Yeah.